30 days after I closed on my first duplex, a deposit hit my bank account. $700 from the tenant living in the other unit. My mortgage was just $840. That means I was covering a property I owned for $140 a month. I had been paying $12.50 a month to rent. One transaction, that's all it took for the math of my life to change. I'm Thomas Collins, founder of Shift Rich. I bought my first duplex in 2017, making $27 an hour. Not as an investor, not as an entrepreneur, as a regular W-2 worker who finally stopped waiting. I now help teachers, nurses, and first responders do the same thing. I'm not at the finish line. I'm a few steps ahead of you on the same road. That's why what I'm about to show you actually applies to your situation. I heard about the duplex strategy in 2013. I bought in 2017. 4 years in between, those 4 years cost me real money. About $40,000 in rent gone. No equity, no asset. A tenant who could have been paying my mortgage was paying my landlords instead. I kept telling myself I wasn't ready. My income wasn't high enough. My credit wasn't good enough. The timing was off. I needed to know more first. None of that was true. I just didn't have the right information. If you're a teacher or a nurse making $50,000 to $70,000 a year, you probably already qualify. Most people in your position aren't missing money. They're missing the specific information about how to make the first move. That's the only thing that was missing for me too. I'm going to show you how this works using real numbers. 2-unit duplex, purchase price around $245,000. Both units, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, in the market where comparable 2-bedroom rents for $1,150 to $1,400 a month. The down payment, FHA loan, 3.5% down on a $245,000 house. That's $8,575. If you're saving $400 a month, you're there in 21 months. At $600 a month, 14 months. That number is real. A lot of people watching this are closer than they think. Now, this is where people get caught off guard. Closing costs typically run 2 to 5% of the loan, another $5,000 to $12,000. But here's the part most buyers don't know. On an FHA deal, the seller can cover up to 6% of the purchase price towards your closing costs. In a buyer's market, that's negotiable. A lot of buyers get to the table with almost nothing out of pocket beyond the down payment because they asked for it. Now, the mortgage on my first duplex, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and PMI was about $840 a month. My tenant paid $700. My net cost $140 a month. Before this, I was paying $1,250 in rent. That's a $1,110 swing every single month. Every month, I'm building equity in something I own. Most first-time house hackers don't think about this part until it's too late. You're living next door to this person. That means you need to screen carefully. Background check, credit check, proper lease, knowledge of your state's landlord-tenant law. Set the professional tone from day one. It works when it's structured. When it's not structured, it gets uncomfortable fast. Don't spend every dollar getting into the deal. Keep 3 to 6 months of mortgage payments in reserve after closing. Things break, HVAC, roof, appliances. A $3,000 repair shouldn't be a crisis. I wish someone had put this directly in front of me before I closed. I lived this in 2017. $27 an hour, 4 years of telling myself I wasn't ready. When I finally bought, I went from $1,250 a month in rent to $140 a month out of pocket on the same income, the same city, the same bank account. The only thing that changed was the decision. 4 years of waiting cost me roughly $40,000. That's the money gone. I'm not bringing it up to be dramatic. I'm bringing it up because if you're sitting on the fence right now, that math is running on you too. If you want to run your own numbers, your income, your market, your savings, I put a free house hacking analyzer for exactly that. Link in the description. Put your numbers in. See what your monthly costs look like with a tenant. Drop a comment. What's your profession? And what's the one thing that's been stopping you? I read everyone. Let's figure it out.